The undefeated Governor DAYAN is also partnered with an undefeated Vice Governor of the province of Masbate, who despite his young age is believed to be capable of his integrity, strong and dedicated to serve, a long-time supporter of Governor DAYAN and a family of politicians. I am referring to Vice Governor Homer Reville. My friends, Governor DAYAN's desire to listen to the needs and aspirations of the people of Masbate has tremendously gained the hearts and minds of the constituents, where it continued to bring her back to the position as Governor of the province of Masbate. According to the Governor, and I quote, "I have been the target of varied comments and accusations on my style of governance, but instead of reacting negatively, I choose to consider them as an invitation for inner reflection, because it is my belief that a life that devotes certain times for reflection embraces self-growth." Ladies and gentlemen, we all rise for the entrance of the colors by the Philippine National Police.
To be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
After the Philippine National Anthem, this will be followed by the singing of the Masbate March. Of course, with the Masbate Provincial Capital Choir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the inaugural special session of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of the province of Masbate will now start. Everybody is requested to stand up. The presiding officer, Honorable Vice Governor Vicente Homer Bahar Rebel.
By the power and grace of our God Almighty, by the authority of the Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines, and by the mandate of the people of Masbate, the inaugural special session is now called to order. Mr. Secretary Bimbo Danao of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, please call on the roll.
As I call your name, please say present. From the 1st District, Honorable Hope Willard Laurio Rivera. Honorable Alfredo Lim Alim Jr. From the 2nd District, Honorable Jo Christine Silera Rebel. Honorable Lovely Simignano Abapo. Honorable Jamon Harden Espares. Honorable Alberto Rivera Abayon. From the 3rd District, Honorable Albert Vincent Abaha II. Honorable Jason Rosero Arevalo. Honorable Hamilcar Pasha Arigadas II. Honorable Ricard Nueva Vasquez. From the ex officio members, Honorable Manuel Francisco Hermosa, ABC Federation President. Honorable Gerald Cleope Sanchez, SK Federation President. Honorable Laila Danao Placer, PCL Federation President. The presiding officer, Honorable Vice Governor Vicente Homer Bahar Revil. For the record, people of Masbate, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan has a quorum.
The Sangguniang Panlalawigan has a perfect attendance. There being a quorum, let us remain standing for the inaugural and State of the Province address of the Honorable Governor Rizalina, DAYAN, Seachon, Lanete.
Salamat po. His Excellency, the Most Reverend Bishop Jose S. Bantolo, Bishop of Masbate, and the rest of the Reverend Fathers with us today. Our administering judges, Honorable Manuel Sese and Honorable Rolando Sandigan, and the rest of the members of the legal profession, representatives from the 1st, 3rd District, Honorable Maria Vida Espinosa Bravo, and Honorable Scott Davis Lanete, my Vice Governor, your Vice Governor, our Vice Governor, Honorable Vicente Homer Rivera, members of the 16th Provincial Council, who are all present tonight. A big round of applause to all of them. Honorable Christine Reville, Honorable Lovely Abapo, Honorable Jamon Espares, Honorable Abayon, Honorable Sanchez, Honorable Hermosa, Honorable Placer, Honorable Rivera, Honorable Allen, Honorable Chu, Honorable Arevalo, Honorable Arigadas, Honorable Vasquez. all the mayors, vice mayors, SB members, their families, barangay captains, supporters, our partner agencies, national, regional, and local agencies, men in uniform, PNP headed by Police Superintendent Heriberto Olituquet, Armed Forces of the Philippines with Colonel Julian Pakatan at the helm, bankers, businessmen, the public and the private educational institutions, civil society organizations, United Nations agencies, friends, supporters, my capital family, and most especially the love of my life to the sources of my inspiration, my Erzo, my Red, my Zoe, and my Orange. Sa ato po na tanan, yan na nagabi. Maayo nagabi po. I almost forgot my mentor. Cha Bennett is with us tonight, and she has been here, wala gyoy absent. Salamat po, Cha Bennett. Aram niyo po, kung wala si Cha Bennett, wala po si DAYAN didi, yan na nagabi, or the previous SOPAs, or the previous inauguration, kay wala po ako sinkusog, kay naaalo ako kung nagatindog didi. But because of Cha Bennett, thank you so much. I have fought a good fight. I have finished the race. And I have kept the faith. I have chosen to begin with this Bible verse taken from the second letter of Paul to Timothy, chapter 4, verse 7. For only with deep faith in my God that I was able to triumph over the challenges for the sake of our beloved Masbate. People of Masbate, you have given me a fresh mandate, and I take it as a continuing call from God Almighty. As they said, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Today, as God's instrument and your public servant, I vow to continue to effect the much-deserved change in the quality of life of every Masbateño. Yes, the people have spoken, yet even with the highest margin I have etched in the elections history of this province, the more I am humbled by your expression of support and confidence. To all of you, I am truly, deeply grateful. Damo po na salamat sa ginhatag niyo na suporta sa akon po. Damo gayud na salamat. To my God, I wholeheartedly dedicate my second term for His greater glory. You are my God, a loving Father. Aram niyo po, 2 nights ago, when I came home from Placer, the whole day, baligayod po kakapoy. Mainit na mainit po dito sa POV Corpus. Nag-turn over ceremonies ang bago na mayor dito po. After Corpus, I went to Placer again for another oath-taking of the mayor of Placer. I came back mga 9:30 in the evening na po and came straight to the Capitol para po tapuson ang trabaho ko. Salamat po sa mga heads of office na wara ako ninda ginbiyaan. Nagkadisinda, nagtrabaho man kami po. But then I was so tired, most probably because of the heat. So at about 1 o'clock, I went home. I hit the bed about 2 o'clock in the morning already. Hapit na gyud kaayo ko makatog. When all of a sudden, may nabahuan ko. I smelled sunog po. So I requested my very loyal nene to get out from the room and check. She did not come back to my room anymore. And this time I said something is really wrong. So I got up from bed, told Inday, who was also with me in my room. I said, Inday, something is wrong. I smell something funny. And Inday got out from the room first. Paglabas po niya, grabe na po ang aso. May sunog na gali dito sa balay ko. And Inday was shouting, Ma'am, labas na, labas na. And I said, I could not get out until I know, hain nagsugod ang sunog. We tried finding out the ingikan ang sunog. Ang entire TV set namo po, sunog nga sunog, dili na po makita ang tao sa sulod. And I was already shouting for help. Congressman S and R is telling me, Mama, get out na. Kay murag mamatay ka sa fume. Kay grabe na ang fume. Of course, the bombero and the maselco came, gitarong nila. Why am I telling you this, my friends? I am telling you this because ang Ginoo gyud di ay nato mapalanggaon. Palangga niya si Dayan. Kayo si Dayan, wara po niya pabayai in the sense that wara ko niya gipauli og sayo. Wa po ko niya gipapauli og late. Kay og sayo ko nag-uli, sayo ko natulog. Dili ko kamatngon, diri ako makaaram na igwa na pala. Nagkayo na di ay ambalay. Because deep sleep ko. And I could no longer get out. Usaray pultahan sa akong girintahan nga balay. Or if I came home late, ang entero balay og daw na. Because it was already 2:30 in the morning. That's why I said, God is always on time, never ahead, never late. My friends, I am telling you this because of my deep faith in my God, that He said to us, this is now the time for Masbate to effect real change. God is telling us, Masbate, it's time to change and grow and be developed. That's why po, malipayon ako nga nakakita sa tanan na mga SP members naton po na adi yan na nakipag-usad na gayod sa aton. And I pray to our God na naman ang buhaton, himuon nato para kaayuhan san Masbate, they will now join us even if opposition sila. Partido lang ang oposisyon, but diri sa trabaho. My first term as your chief executive has not been a bed of roses. this administration has been peppered with countless pessimism in its pursuit of good governance. Given the fresh mandate of the people, we shall put them all to rest. We are strengthened by the fact that the battle has been gallantly fought and justly won. We will remain working on a clean slate as we have consistently done in the past 3 years. Consistent with my lodestar, more for you, less for me, enough for everybody. Our public service shall be above all. Friends, hope. It gives a mysterious calm and a tranquil harmony to an otherwise hostile dream. And then you wake up to find the new dawn with a rising sun emerging just beyond the horizon. Its grandeur, its strength, its presence giving you a renewed optimism, a restored vigor, and an up-top ardor. Ladies and gentlemen, hope is the thing we yearn for. Hope is the thing we fight for. Hope is the thing we believe in. And it is precisely because of this hope that we, as Masbateños, have started our moral, cultural, and socio-economic transformation. Dear friends, I'd like to call this our Orange Revolution. Happy Orange greetings to all of us. For the past 3 years, we have introduced a new concept, a bold initiative, perhaps which offered to crush past norms and beliefs. It offered to challenge the way we Masbateños think, the way we do things, the way we live. It was not such an easy task after all, but that new idealism paved the way to a new Masbate, where the land nurtures and nourishes its people. A new Masbate, where the land cultivates and provides. A new Masbate, where the land protects and is compassionate. But how do we become great? How can we become a beacon? How do we overcome? The Orange Revolution sought to become that agent of optimistic change in the land where thirst for splendor, glory, and victory. These questions became our tools to slowly achieve the conquest our motherland longs for. It was this Orange Revolution that summoned our inner longings as a people, eventually paving the way for our economic, cultural, and moral takeoff. Indeed, more than the change we seek, I believe that good leaders inspire hope. Ladies and gentlemen, our capacity for change and growth will depend on our level of acceptance, on up to where we're willing to accept. The level of our acceptability will depend on where we're willing to settle, to tolerate, to compromise. And then there has to be this hunger, this need, this want for us to be able to have the highest possible degree of acceptability. When this happens, the possibilities for us are endless. Dearest friends, that is what this Orange Revolution stands. Therefore, breaking down barriers, hurdling greater obstacles, creating waves of progress and growth. And so, as we embark on this quest of mediocrity to excellence, from drought to abundance, from despair into hope, we have set strides to make a community out of individuals. A community which together sets sail so we can establish the greatest milestones in our beloved Masbate. We have sought to overcome so that concretely we can communicate that correctly to our citizens. We've been given this opportunity to lead a land rich in culture, rich in ideals, rich in potentials. That is why we target the multifaceted areas of concern. That is why we continue to pursue the change we need. As a fitting tribute to the goodness and greatness of the Masbateño, allow me then to take you back to the first 3 years of my administration, to give you the highlights of our accomplishments and achievement. Keeping our focus on our battle cry and a 12-point agenda, that is, change we need. Commerce, health and nutrition, agriculture, no to violence, good governance, education, water and sanitation, environment, electronic advancement, and delivery of basic services. These are what we have done in the past 3 years. Commerce. For the period 2010 to 2012, the economic development statistics of Masbate, as reported and duly validated by the Department of Trade and Industry, has confirmed an upward trend. Registered business establishments had an average growth of 13.5% per year. Investments totaling 1.11 billion pesos was generated. Likewise, we have generated 6,174 jobs, export sales of 598,000 in US dollars, domestic sales of 382.14 million pesos, and we have assisted and developed 1,738 micro, small, and medium enterprise. The past 3 years, the Masbate Provincial Tourism Division, headed by Mr. Edwin De Lara, toiled to increase the awareness to Masbate Province as a premier, vibrant travel destination. Greatly noted is the number of foreign and local tourist arrival of 510,000 in 2010 to 2012. This positive development can be attributed to the continuing cooperation of both the government and the private stakeholders in boosting travel to the province. We have been considered third in terms of tourist arrival in the entire Bicol region. The conduct and all-out promotion of the Rodeo Masbateño Festival, headed by, of course, Judge Manuel Sese, brought to the fore the best in Masbate and took the lead in keeping up with its name as the Rodeo Capital of the Philippines. Festivals such as Himag-Olaw, of course, headed by Placer with its mayor, Mayor J, and Lapay Bantigi of Masbate, headed, of course, by the then Mayor Socrates Tuason, and all other festivals in the municipalities attracted visitors, resulting to the massive increase in the demand for service in hotels and resorts, restaurants, internet cafes, transportation, and stores. The mushrooming of big and small fuel stations, as well as the establishment of stores and food chains in the province, is a clear gauge of the rising state of our local economy. Year 2011, we have entered into a sisterhood agreement with the province of Cebu, with no less than the former Governor Gwen Garcia coming over to sign the agreement during the Rodeo Masbateño Festival. This agreement is meant to boost our development partnership with Cebu, especially for our economic and tourism sectors. Our participation in a world-renowned competition as the Cebu Sinolog Festival for 3 consecutive years has made our province synonymous with excellence in the arts and culture. We have won 2 major awards, such as the Best Dressed Exhibitors and Well-Dressed Booth during the 3rd Bishop Francisco Gainza Trade Fair at Naga City. Year 2012 also saw the signing of the Memorandum of Agreement on Albay, Masbate, Sorsogon or Almasor Tourism Alliance at Ponta Tirasa. Now the Regional Development Council validated the different tourist destinations of the province. The sprawling results now features in internet. Our inclusion in the Almasor Tourism Alliance among local chief executives is enough to give us hope that soon our infrastructure requirements to support the development of our tourism industry will be funded by the national government through the Regional Development Council. Support infrastructure identified by us and duly approved by the Regional Development Council. A regional workshop on packaging Almasor as a tourist hub was organized by the Regional Development Council to come up with a set of tour packages to be sold to both local and foreign visitors. The workshop, attended by representatives from government, travel industry, hospitality, and trade, are anticipated to be the prime movers in the tourism activities of the province. Steady. Let's now go to health and nutrition. Fun, please. The Provincial Health Office, headed by Dr. Cynthia Villamor Liasel, Masbate Provincial Hospital statistics show that for the last 3 years under the present administration, the influx of admitted patients consistently reached 18,000 plus per year. However, it can be noticed that the number of charity patients has decreased every year, and this can be attributed to the increase of patients under PhilHealth-sponsored program availing of their benefits as members. It goes to show that we are at the right direction of giving access to health services among the needy through universal insurance coverage. Statistics also show that the total number of outpatients served has an increasing trend from 12,500 for the period June 2010 to May 2011 to 18,350 from June 2012 to May 2013. This is a manifestation of trust and confidence of the Masbateños to the staff of Masbate Provincial Hospital. The average bed occupancy rate ranges from 135% to 145% for the last 3-year period. Indeed, Masbate Provincial Hospital served above the 100-bed capacity authorized by the Department of Health. In spite of this, the recovery rate showed an average of 92% for the last 3 years. This is proof that our medical staff are competent in their own field with the support of all hospital personnel. As a facility rendering comprehensive emergency obstetric and newborn care, our obstetrics gynecologists performed 1,514 cesarean sections in the last 3-year period. 1,390 major operations and 2,681 minor surgeries were done by our surgeons during the same period. Pediatrics and adult patients are taken care of properly by our pediatricians and internists, respectively. A total amount of 34.34 million pesos for calendar year 2010-2013 were utilized for the purchase of drugs and medicines, medical, surgical, and laboratory supplies, which were distributed to the different government hospitals and rural health centers in the province. Due to the bulk of patients admitted to our institution, the supply cannot meet the demand at all times. Thus, emergency purchase is resorted to immediately address the needs of the patients. The Masbate Provincial Hospital is a recipient of equipment under the DOH Health Facility Enhancement Program. These are baby incubators, infant warmers, arterial blood gas machine, portable x-ray machine, semi-automated dental chair, and mechanical ventilator. They will be installed as soon as the hospital personnel are trained on their proper usage and maintenance. These new equipment are provided to better serve our clients. The new hospital building, which had its groundbreaking ceremony on June 2011, is nearing completion. By 2014, this edifice will be operational. At this point, allow me to give you the special features of our new 200-bed capacity hospital. Ini po ang aton bago na hospital, apisar na sa gobyerno, dili masasabi na basta-basta lang po. Ini po, may duha ka elevators. May hot and cold water system sa mga banyo. Ayaw po kamo pagkadi na dire kamo naka-admit kag magkarigo lang. Pipe in na po ang oxygen sani. May cable and internet connection pagayod sa mga kwarto. Ay basi magpa-admit tala kay mo kay naka-internet ini, may cable ini, kag perhaps may piped in music. Socialize po ang payment didi sa na aton bag-o na hospital. Gusto sabihon po, igwa kita didi sa charity ward, kag paying ward. Sa paying wards po, igwa kita sin ginatawag ta na mga suite room. Ay diri ina matamis. Ada didaan mga amenities po saan maka-afford. Kaya ginatawag nato na suite sa maka-afford po. Por dahil may paying ward kita, may income generation sa parte sa aton hospital. Kaya dili tanan for free. Idon may igwa sin kwarta, hangyo namon magbayad sinda. Idon wara po, then adtuk man kita, at may igwa kita sin charity. Pwede man kamo, dida po. Ini po, na hospital naton, igwasin chapel, of course. Diri pwede, wara kita sin kapilya, dida. Or prayer room, as you call it. In adherence to and even surpassing the standards set by DOH, it is worthy to note that the municipality of Placer RHU received the best practice for basic emergency obstetrics and newborn care, or BIMONC, sponsored by DILG and Ateneo de Naga in 2010. Kudos to Mayor J and of course to Dr. Galindez. Beating hundreds of other RHUs all over the country, Placer has proven that maternal and newborn care practices can be at its best given the full support and priority of the local government. Hats off to you again, Mayor J. By the way, Mayor J is my son. Pakapintong adlib dong. Of course, the proud mama. And the rest of the RHU team of Placer, headed by Dr. Galindez. Another feather in our cap is the Red Orchid Award received by the LGU of San Jacinto last June 4, 2013. This is the highest award given by the DOH and WHO Philippines to a smoke-free environment. Kudos to Honorable Mayor Lenny Arsenas, and her local health team. The LGU has received cash award of 100,000 pesos from the Department of Health. Technical assistance to RHU San Jacinto was provided by the Provincial Health Office in the preparation of the much-needed documents and compliance of the requirements to qualify for the search. Where are we now as far as health is concerned in our province? The maternal mortality rate of the province for the last 3 years has a downslope trend. At present, we have a maternal mortality rate of 80 per 100,000 live births. This is a good indication that with functional BIMONC facilities province-wide, we will be able to achieve Millennium Development Goal number 5. That is, improving maternal care, aiming for a low maternal mortality rate of 52 per 100,000 live births by 2015. There was also a decreasing trend in the rate of infant mortality for the last 3 years, and this can be attributed to the accessibility of health facilities and services to our stakeholders. Facility-based delivery increased due to strong campaign of our local leaders and health personnel on safe motherhood programs. The visibility and capacitation of health personnel, rehabilitation and construction of health infrastructure or birthing facilities, and distribution of health equipment made a positive impact to our communities to give birth at the facilities and support the programs of the DOH. 17 out of the 21 rural health units are maternal care package accredited by PhilHealth. This means our indigents under the sponsored health insurance program can deliver in our facilities charged to PhilHealth, which in turn benefit our personnel and the respective LGUs with a capitation fund which can be used to purchase supplies, drugs, and medicines, as well as incentives to personnel. 80% of the BMOG teams were already trained, and the remaining 20% will be scheduled for training, for them to be equipped with knowledge, attitude, and skills, or CAS, in the delivery of material and child health services. Under the present administration, several medical and surgical missions were conducted at the Masbate Provincial Hospital. The less privileged benefited from the cataract surgical missions, Operation Smiles for cleft lip and cleft palate, herniorrhaphy, cholecystectomy, and total abdominal hysterectomy. I got it right, Cynthia, this time. These operations were totally free, courtesy of the provincial government of Masbate, and again, by the 3rd District Congressman, Congressman Dr. Scott Davis Lanete, in partnership with the Philippine Children's Medical Center, Academy of Cebu Eye Specialists, Philippine Band of Mercy, University of the East Ramon Magsaysay Medical Center, Sparks for Change, and Pfizer Incorporated. The malnutrition rate for the last 3 years continued to decrease, and given enough intervention, we will be able to achieve the ideal level. The European Union, through Maternal and Young Child Nutrition Security Initiative in Asia, is supporting 12 priority municipalities of the province, namely Aroroy, Balod, Kawayan, Katayngan, Claveria, Dimasalang, Masbate City, Milagros, Mobo, Monreal, Placer, and San Fernando to sustain existing nutrition activities and enhance the nutrition program. The National Telehealth Service Program has already been implemented in the province of Masbate last November 2012. Under this program, the status of all the health programs are reported to the DOH Central Office by the public health nurses daily through mobile phones provided to all LGUs. R4 Health, which means real-time, regular, routine reporting of all health programs, was done as directed by DOH Secretary Enrique Ona for him to know the health status nationwide. Telemedicine was also established in Masbate at the RHU level, wherein our municipal health officer have access to consult UP PGH on cases they need more information and further management. At present, as part of the upgrading to comprehensive emergency obstetrics and newborn care facility, or CIMONG, Katayngan District Hospital is undergoing rehabilitation under the DOH Health Facility Enhancement Program. Masbate was a recipient of the 6th UNFPA Country Program, wherein we receive assistance in the form of medical equipment and capability building, which help us in the implementation of our health programs, especially on maternal care. With my strong desire and commitment to further help the people of Masbate, together with Dr. Cynthia Lieser and other UNFPA focal persons, of course, with our Vice Governor, we made an audience with our UNFPA country representative, Uguchi Daniels, and the rest of her consultative staff to negotiate that Masbate be included in the 7th UNFPA country program of assistance. Fortunately, a decision was made in our favor. However, it is sad to know that the efforts were put in vain, for the first year implementation failed due to the fact that some of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan members blocked the formulation of a resolution authorizing the provincial governor to open, just to open, a bank account for the UNFPA funds. But of course, with a new set of members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, we will be asking for a reconsideration with, of course, our Vice Governor, from Ms. Uguchi Daniels, that UNFPA 7th Country Program of Assistance be given to Masbate as it should be. At this point in time, may I appeal to our dear new members of the Sanggunian to join with us now in this particular appeal to Uguchi Daniels, to show that you will be one with us kung nano po ang para sa katauhan sa Masbate. Salamat po. Agriculture. Our department is being headed by Mr. Esparagira Lando. For the past 3 years, the Provincial Agriculture Office has exerted all efforts to help achieve food sufficiency and sustainable development. Various programs and projects from the national level were implemented by our manpower resources throughout the province in conjunction with the national goals of the Department of Agriculture. In our commitment to help our marginal farmers achieve a better way of life through improved productivity, we have intensified our extension services of learning by doing, or the Farmers Field Schools, FFS. Hand in hand with the Agricultural Training Institute, who provided all the inputs, this 4-month-long training at Farmers Field is conducted in all the basic commodities: rice, corn, and vegetables. A total of 644 farmers were direct beneficiaries in 2011, while in 2012, some 665 farmers attended the 19 FFS in the different municipalities. This year, we will be implementing another 25 FFS, which is hoped to benefit more farmers. Masbate has been blessed with many projects, farm machineries, and farm equipment. Last February 2012, the Secretary of Agriculture, the Honorable Proceso Alcala, personally turned over projects and awarded farm equipment and agricultural goods to the farmers and graced the Agri-Pinoy Stakeholders Forum. Farm implements like tractors, threshers, dryers, shellers, trading posts, shallow tube wells, sprayers, and vegetable seeds were distributed to Farmers Association throughout the province, amounting to 5.8 million pesos. Early this year, 5 out of 15 water pumps allocated to Masbate and 6 threshers were distributed to different irrigators associations province-wide. The Paranara Irrigators Association of Milagros also received a combined harvester thresher. Through the efforts of Honorable Congressman Dr. Scott Davis, Lanete of the 3rd District of Masbate, we were also granted a 4-wheel drive tractor. Thank you, Kong. Hinaot pa, imo pang pakapinan pirmina from your pork barrel this time. To ensure rice seed sufficiency, we have continually assisted 32 seed growers. In 2011, the total production was 9,990 bags of rice seeds from 111.5 hectares. During this period, seed growers have sent 1,600 bags of rice seeds to mainland Bicol. In 2012, we have produced some 10,000 bags of rice seeds. About 50% or 600 bags were sent to the typhoon-affected provinces of Albay, Camarines Sur, and Sorsogon. Another program undertaken to achieve the goal of rice self-sufficiency is the implementation of Upland Rice Development Program. The provincial government, through the Provincial Agriculture Office, has intensified the community seed banking component, wherein 80 bags of rice seeds as starter seeds were distributed to the farmer beneficiaries for seed production purposes. The corresponding produce as initial seed materials are to be dispersed, redispersed to the next in line beneficiaries in the targeted municipalities. The continuous conduct of the farmers' field schools, palay check assistance to seed growers, and provision of farm machineries and post-harvest facilities have resulted to a recorded increasing average yield in our rice production. For the period July to December 2011, the total average yield was 3.06. In January 2012 to December 2012, the average yield was 3.07, and for the period January 2013 to June 2013, the average yield is 3.20. These accomplishments, however, were also made possible due to the completion and rehabilitation of 8 irrigation systems. 1 in Manolib, communal irrigation system in Milagros, covering 66 hectares, and 3 small water impounding projects or SWIPs in Ilaya Balod, Paraiso Milagros, and in San Pablo Mandaon, covering a total area of 215 hectares. The department was tasked to give technical assistance and train technology and livelihood education teachers in the Gulayan sa Paralan. In 2011, 5 batches of training were held at the DepEd Function Hall, Masbate City, attended by 195 teachers. In 2012, another 3 batches of training were conducted at Landungan Youth and Migrant Center, attended by 120 teachers. Garden tools and seeds were distributed to the participants after each training. We have also facilitated the conduct of 41 technical training for the technicians and farmers in the province that was being supported by the Agricultural Training Institute and Department of Agriculture, Region 5. In support to RA 10068, the Organic Agriculture Program was launched in the province in 2011. Production of organic fertilizer was intensified. A total of 12 trainings for agriculture extension worker, organic farmer practitioners, and advocates were conducted. 10 municipal local technical committees have been organized, and the Provincial Technical Committee was also established. 5 organic-based FFS rice and vegetables were conducted in 5 different municipalities. Likewise, 3 techno-demo on organic vegetable production and 3 organic rice techno-demo were also established. Organic swine production was also undertaken by 2 farmers. Mango was identified by DA Region 5 to be the prime commodity for Masbate under the High Value Crops Development Program. To support the development of the mango industry in the province, the department distributed a total of 12,452 kilograms flour inducer or potassium nitrate and distributed a total of 10,000 grafted mango seedlings in 2011. Another 20,000 grafted mango seedlings with 10 bags organic fertilizers for every hectare of mango techno-demo project were distributed in 2012. Technical assistance are also given to our mango growers in the form of trainings, training of trainers, and site visitations. The provincial government strongly supports its personnel development by sending technicians to TOTs and Mango Congress. To address some major concerns of food for farmers, marketing of produce, and global competitiveness, the Department of Agriculture, through the Regional Agribusiness and Marketing Assistance Division, has established and maintained a total of 16 barangay food terminals and 2 municipal food terminals. Of these, 62.5 or 10 MFTs were established during this administration. In cooperation with DA Region 5, technical assistance was provided by our personnel during the pre-operation and actual operation. Storage facilities like freezers, meat grinders, flour mills, coconut graters, weighing scales, vegetable crates, and 100 bags of NFA rice were distributed to farmers, associations, cooperatives, and LGUs. The development of the fisheries sector has also been intensified through the Integrated Coastal Resources Management Project. Provision of marine livelihood projects is the top priority. In 2012, a total of 1.5 million was awarded to our fisher folks in the municipalities of Kawayan, Placer, Dimasalang, and Mobo for the abalone production. This year, the office has been implementing and monitoring another 4.4 million pesos ICRM projects. Through the Agri-Pinoy Fisheries Program, supervision, monitoring, and continuous technical activities and assistance in the 21 municipalities, though the respective ICRM are being undertaken. Continuous validation of 75 projects of ICRM, strengthening and capacitating the 21 organized CM pharmacies and 75 fisherfolk organizations are also given priority. The most laudable support from the department was the implementation of the Agrikultura Kagapay ng Bayan Pinoy Program or AKBAY in October of 2011. A total of 209 farm families from the municipality of San Jacinto were the initial beneficiaries of the project. This amounted to 2.09 million financial assistance from the National Agriculture and Fishery Council. Through the endorsement and recommendation of this administration, this project has been extended to another 4 municipalities, namely San Fernando with 58 beneficiaries, Mobo with 57, Batuan with 58, and Esperanza with 58, amounting to 2.31 million pesos. These projects are aimed at minimizing malnutrition incidents and mitigate poverty incidents in the province. To date, livelihood projects under the Livelihood Enhancement for Agricultural Development has funded 8 livelihood projects that benefited 895 farmers. This involved 1.024 million pesos in different crops and livestock projects. Under the Farm Youth Development, 21 4-H clubs have benefited livelihood assistance amounting to 1.14 million pesos. We also have our share of fame and prestige in the regional and national Gawad Saka Awards. This is the highest achievement award bestowed to any outstanding associations, men and women, in recognition of excellence. In 2011, Mr. Antonio Sugitao of Kabangkalan, Aroroy was awarded as the most outstanding young farmer in the country in the field of agriculture. Another feat to be proud of is the accomplishment of the municipality of Aroroy as home to the most outstanding municipal fisheries and aquatic resource management council of the country in 2013. As a reward, the council has received project assistance of more than 600,000 pesos from the Department of Agriculture. No to violence. Enforcement of peace and order of the Police Provincial Command here in Masbate under the stewardship of Police Superintendent Heriberto Olitukit is a coordinated effort of the local government law enforcement agencies, prosecution services, and similar institutions of the government, which requires a dedicated effort to assist the local chief executive in the proper enforcement of the laws, the administration of justice, suppression of criminality, and execution of public order and safety of the province. Crime solution efficiency rate has increased by 53.24 percentage points from 0.48% in July 1, 2011 to May 31, 2012 to 53.72 in the same period of the following year. Likewise, crime clearance efficiency rate increased by 21.6 percentage points from 0.23 of July 1, 2011 to May 31, 2012 to 21.83 in the same period of July 1, 2012 to May 31, 2013. On its campaign against illegal fishing, a total of 612 persons were apprehended out of 72 positive operations conducted, resulting to the confiscation of a fishing vessel, 124 fishing boats, 9 bottles improvised explosives, 2 pieces 1.5-liter improvised dynamite, and other fishing paraphernalia. 56 cases have been filed in court. On illegal drugs, 23 positive operations were conducted by Masbate PPO that resulted to the arrest of 21 persons and confiscation of 126.278 grams of shabu with a market value of 1.088 million pesos. On accounting of wanted persons, 4 regional most wanted persons with monetary reward and 4 provincial most wanted persons were arrested, while 21 of the city or municipal most wanted persons and 499 other wanted persons were also arrested for the same period, all covered with warrant of arrests. On illegal possession of firearms, 120 positive operations were conducted, resulting to the arrest of 136 persons and confiscation of 86 high-powered and 90 low-powered firearms, to include 7 high-powered and 15 low-powered abandoned or surrendered firearms. On illegal logging, a total of 16 persons were apprehended out of 16 positive operations conducted that led to the confiscation of 9,887.70 board feet with market value amounting to 347,230 pesos. 3 cases have been filed in court. On illegal and unlawful dealing of explosives, 15 positive operations were conducted that resulted to the arrest of 22 persons and confiscation of 547.45 kilos of ammonium nitrate, 491 pieces of blasting caps, 54 pieces sodium cyanide, 32 pieces ice candy plastic containing ammonium nitrate, 1 piece improvised explosive device with leg cord, and 11 pieces bottle of ammonium nitrate. 12 cases have been filed in court. It should be noted that as a result of the PNP's relentless campaign against illegal fishing, related activities were dramatically reduced, though not totally eradicated. Therefore, I am now reiterating my marching order to this particular organization to work their hardest towards total eradication of all illegal activities in the province. Go all out against all illegal activities in the province. The first marching order as the newly elected governor of the province of Masbate. Ninth Infantry Battalion, Philippine Army, headed by Colonel Julian Pacatan. The peace and order situation in the province of Masbate was generally peaceful the past 3 years. The battalion acknowledges that peace efforts should be led by the local government, and without its peace initiatives and support, the road to total reconciliation will be far-fetched. Keeping in touch such acknowledgement, the provincial government of Masbate intensified its peace efforts and peace initiatives. In addition to these administration's initiatives toward the attainment of total peace in the province, support was also extended to the 9th IB, Philippine Army, which included the provision of buildings, barracks and bunk beds, enfolding beds to guarantee the well-being of every soldier. Considering the need of every soldier to be constantly in a high state of morale, that we have likewise provided sports facilities such as the multipurpose hall and basketball court at the 9 IB barracks in Baclay, Milagros. In order to ensure a worry-free, sustained military operations, rice and canned goods were frequently rationed. The peace efforts of the 9th Infantry Sandigan Battalion are translated into the following. A total of 20 high-powered firearms and 28 low-powered firearms were recovered and 3 personalities surrendered. During the just concluded elections, 1 high-powered firearm and 38 low-powered firearms were recovered. The decreasing trend of the reported medical legal cases at the Provincial Health Office was based in 2010. Thus, in 2011 and 2012, there was a decline of 42.51% and 15.84 respectively. This is significant as this data partially reflects the improved peace and order situation of the province. Basis of comparison was year 2010, when the census increased due to increased reporting of medical legal incidents secondary to an effective PSWDO mass information dissemination, particularly on anti-violence against women and children, or RA 9262, and the total implementation of PNP of Anti-Violence Torture Act, RA 9745, in the province of Masbate. As compared on summation of the years 2010 and 2011, medical legal incidents declined to 28.74, or a significant difference of decreased medical legal incidents of 46.95%. In 2011, the medical legal incidents declined by 42.08 as compared to 2010, and further decreased by 15.84% in 2012. Thus, we can safely state that there is a decreasing trend of reported medical legal incidents in 3 years, from 2010 to 2011. This is important since the medical legal incidents reported at the medical legal section of the Provincial Health Office, Masbate City, caters province-wide, which partially reflects the improved peace and order situation in the province.